Tell me, Mrs. Collins, when did you first start believing that your bird could talk?
Well, I think the cameras are making him nervous. Could you turn them off?
I'm sorry, someone should have briefed you on how TV works.
Come on, Petey, do the Twilight Zone, You're traveling through another dimension. Petey, you know this. A dimension not only of sight and sound, but of... Of what, Petey? Of what, Petey?
Well, I'm afraid we're out of time. If you'd like a transcript of today's show, you're out of your mind.
And we're out.
You blew it, Petey.
Dick, that was a good show. No, really. And the crew seemed pleased, too.
That's because somebody brought donuts to work today.
Hello, Joanna.
Hi, Mr. Grad.
Well, Loudon, that was another milestone in television.
Well, I can't take all the credit, Mr. Grad. It was your idea to book Petey.
Dick, have you seen your ratings lately? They're not good. They're not good at all.
Yeah, but I'm up against tough competition. And I'm sure that those fly fishing shows have pretty much run their course.
Dick, let me tell you something about TV. It's not radio. I mean, the audience wants to see people who are great looking with killer smiles.
Like Petey.
Oh, I had great hopes for him.
But you may call me a radical, but I think people want to watch shows that have content.
Do you ever think before you speak? I could give Joanna a show, and she'd get better ratings than you.
Oh, that's very flattering, but I wouldn't know the first thing about hosting a show.
Honey, he's not saying he's going to give you a show. He's just saying that he'd pick you over me and Petey.
Now, wait a minute. Actually, not such a bad idea giving you a show. I mean, you're great looking, and smile for me. You've got a killer smile.
Oh, thank you. You should hear me laugh.
Laugh for me. That's marvelous. Oh. Joanna, what do you do at the end?
Well, I do the books.
There you go.
You're going to give her a show where she smiles and laughs and totals receipts?
You think it needs more?
Well, I'm also a real estate agent.
Bingo. That's the show. And I'm going to try out in Dick's time slot.
What?
Oh, I couldn't do that to Dick. Could I, honey?
No. Look, my ratings aren't that bad. That show that's on before me, I do much better than that show. Reverend Milmore's Send Me All Your Money show.
All right. The Rev is out. The babe is in.
Oh, Dick, isn't this exciting? I'm going to have my own TV show, and I'll be your lead-in.
You're traveling through another dimension. A dimension not only of sight and sound, but of rock mind.
Okay. There's your coffee. Now, what's the good news?
Wait till George gets here. That way I won't have to say it twice.
Right. Like you never repeat yourself.
Well, I'm here. What's the big news?
Starting next Sunday, I'm going to have my own TV show.
Congratulations, Joanna.
I don't get it. This news has nothing to do with me.
Well, not directly. I just thought you'd be excited to hear it.
Oh, I am. Now I can say I serve coffee to 2 people who have TV shows.
What kind of program is it? Is it another fly fishing show? I can never get my fill of those.
Sorry, George. It's going to be a real estate show. I'll be showing videotapes of houses that are on the market.
Oh, so I guess you won't have any trout on your show.
Not unless they're good looking and have a killer smile.
I'm going to be on right before Vermont Today.
Oh, no. That's Reverend Millmore's time, sir. Now he won't have the money to build his walk-on-the-water slide at Reverend Millmore's Bible Country, USA.
Hi. I'm Larry. This is my brother Daryl, and this is my other brother Daryl. Oh, and this is my other brother Daryl's manservant, Charles.
I knew you'd be the first brother to get a manservant.
Larry, where did Charles come from?
We found him on our doorstep when we came home.
We're lucky to find a newspaper on our doorstep.
Honey, Daryl's always finding newspapers on your doorstep.
Before this conversation becomes interminable, I was a birthday gift from Daryl's great-aunt, Priscilla.
Yeah, Daryl's her favorite. She's always been a sucker for his Sholem Aleichem-like folksy humor.
Well, she sounds like a very generous and wacky woman.
Larry, what's Daryl going to do with a manservant?
He hasn't the foggiest.
I draw baths. I look after the master's clothing. I announce visitors. In general, I buttle.
Are you any good at turtle stomp?
I should think not, no.
That's what we were afraid of.
Oh, I beg.
Daryl, that's also what a manservant does. He picks things off one's clothes.
I guess Charles will come in handy. Those turtle pieces stick like glue. Come on, Daryl. Charles.
Charles? Charles, you dropped something. Help me. Please, you must help me.
Yo, JoJo. Dick. Did you know Larry and the Darryl duplex have a butler?
They prefer the term manservant. Keeps Charles in his place.
Look what he gave me. Help me. Please, you must help me.
Speaking of giving, Mr. Grad gave me my own show on WPIV.
Jiffy Pop, Joanna, congrats. I always knew you had TVQ potential.
I'll be Dick's lead-in.
Stuffing plus back-to-back Loudons? I guess I'll finally have to force myself to watch Vermont Today.
You never watched Vermont Today, you produced it.
Doesn't mean I had to watch it.
How does WPIV's newest star like her set?
She loves it. Oh, what's that spotlight for?
Oh, that's so we can get a good look at your legs. Oh, lots of shows use them.
Edward R. Murrow popularized them.
It's so bright. I should have worn a sunscreen.
Now, that's the kind of banter I want to hear on your show.
But doesn't it take two to banter? Who's that?
Justin Witter, big soap star. He just got killed off Lovers in Love. He'll be your co-host.
You really think I need a co-host?
Justin's only here to bring in the female viewers. We've already got you for the men.
Who do I bring in?
Well, judging from your fan mail, a guy named Frank.
10 seconds.
Dick, 10 seconds, and he was talking to me.
Frank who?
Hi, Justin Witter, Lovers in Love and various well-received dinner theater productions of Barefoot in the Park.
Joanna Loudon, well-received real estate agent.
In 5, 4, 3.
Hi, I'm Joanna Loudon, and this is my co-host, Justin Witter.
Hi, Vermont.
We'd like to welcome you to the first edition of Your House is My House. Our house. We'll be taking you through some of the fabulous homes that are on the market. If that's all right with you.
Anything you do is all right with me.
Oh. Our first home, located in exclusive Johnny Cake Ridge Estates, has 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, a lovely gourmet kitchen.
Excuse me, Joanna. Can we back up a bit?
To what?
To the bedrooms. And this time, let's linger a while, if you know what I mean.
Well, the master suite has a large walk-in closet, French doors that lead out to the spa.
Ooh, a dip in the spa sounds pretty good right now, if you know what I mean.
What does he mean?
Dick, relax. This show's going to get big numbers. And because you follow, your show's going to get thousands of new viewers, too.
There's a charming wood-burning fireplace.
Ooh, that fireplace is making me hot, if you know what I mean.
Saw your show, Joanna. Hot cha-cha.
Maybe he's just trying to say he wants some bacon.
George, my show is not supposed to be hot cha-cha. I'm selling real estate.
It was hard to tell what you were selling.
So, did you see my show?
When's that on again?
Right after Joanna's show.
Then I missed it. After watching Joanna, I had to go out and lift heavy objects.
Oh, good. Joanna, you're home. I have a question. What is it? I don't know that much about TV, but isn't it tacky to come on to your co-host like that?
Stephanie, he came on to me.
Well, you encouraged him with those double entendres about houses. And by the way, that leg light has to go. The idea is to accentuate the positive.
Not to change the subject, but did you catch Vermont today?
No. After Joanna's flesh act, I took a ritual purification bath. I was busy scrubbing my skin raw. Joanna, I'm as open-minded as the next person, but I can't help feeling you're going to burn for this.
Dick, will you help me kill Justin?
Joanna, I know you're mad, but a little sexual tension might help hot houses.
Hot houses? What happened to your house is my house.
Mr. Grad wanted to steam your title. You should be relieved. I talked him out of rooms for love.
I'm a smut peddler.
Yes, but I mean, it's smut with redeeming social value. Well, I mean, your show is going to be a hit, which means my show is going to be a hit. So, in a way, I mean, I'm dealing in smut too.
Thank you, Dick. Thank you for making no sense. And thank you for letting your wife be degraded for some stupid ratings.
Joanna, normally I would be the last guy to stand by and watch you be degraded. But I mean, it's sweeps week.
Hi. I'm Larry. This is my brother Daryl, and this is my other brother Daryl's second.
Hi, guys. What can we do for you?
We've come for more advice. But first, we'd like to congratulate Miss Joanna on her softcore porno real estate show.
Thank you. I saw there was a need for it, and with Dick's encouragement, I'm filling it.
I see Daryl, but where's Daryl?
The master is soaking in a bubble bath at present, sir.
When he's all soft and rosy, Charles will dry him off, then read to him till he falls asleep.
As far as Master Darrell is concerned, the cat in the hat cannot come back too many times. I must get back before his bubbles disappear.
Don't you think you're spoiling him?
Actually, I'm the one who prefers there be bubbles left.
Dick, we're at our wits' end. Daryl doesn't do anything for himself anymore. He's losing his naturally sinewy physique.
That would be the real tragedy in all of this.
What do you suggest we do?
Can I answer a question with a question? Did you watch my show?
Can I answer that question with another question? What does that have to do with Daryl?
No, nothing.
We thought as much. Goodbye.
And this lovely home has a beautiful manicured lawn, a large family room, 3 bathrooms, an Olympic-sized swimming pool.
What? No bedrooms?
No bedrooms in this one.
Well, isn't that strange? None of the houses you've mentioned today have had bedrooms?
And none are going to, so drop it.
Well, they don't have any bedrooms. Where would one go to bed, if you know what I mean?
There's always the gutter out front. Getting back to why we're here, the house has a spacious gourmet kitchen featuring granite countertops.
Ever sprawl naked on a granite countertop?
He's good.
Will you shut up?
Won't say another word.
There's decorative beveled glass windows. And a lovely skylight, which allows the morning sun to warm the living room.
He's playing footsie with her now. I mean, thousands of people are going to be watching him fondle my wife on television.
Tens of thousands, Dick.
Tens of thousands?
And from the mail we've received, they're sticking around to watch Vermont today.
Well, you know, I mean, when you think about it, I mean, yeah, all he's doing is rubbing her thigh with his foot.
There's an attached 3-car garage.
Did you ever do it? Strapped to an automatic garage door?
Have you ever been strangled on the air? We'll be right back with a few final words.
And we're out.
Hot stuff, Joanna.
That's it. I can't take it anymore. I'm going to kill him right here, right now.
Joanna, calm down. You don't want to get a reputation for being difficult.
Dick, he was fondling my leg.
He had his sock on.
Either he keeps his feet to himself or I'm walking.
I'll talk to him. I'll tell him you're a little miffed.
Miffed? I want to see him strung up by his...
10 seconds.
Honey, you better get back Justin's idling.
In 5, 4, 3.
Until next time, I'm Joanna Loudon.
And I'm Justin Witter, hoping all your houses are hot.
And we're out.
That's it. I can't take it anymore.
Okay, I'll handle it. You get some decaf. Justin, could I have a word with you about my wife?
Sure, Dick. She's a lovely woman.
Now, I'm glad you're enjoying her. Just wish you wouldn't enjoy her quite so much.
Oh, that. Oh, that's my darn soap training. I see a beautiful woman and bingo bango. Something clicks in my head. Next thing you know, I'm all over her.
Maybe you should have that bingo bango looked at, you know.
Well, I've got to do something. Bart is really getting on my case about it.
Who's Bart?
The guy I live with. You knew I was gay, didn't you?
Oh, of course. I knew. I knew that.
Maybe I'll tone things down.
But you'll still flirt a little.
Well, enough to get ratings. Just not enough to make Bart throw things.
Right. Use his temper as your gauge.
Exactly. Well, gotta run. Bart's making moussaka.
Well, did you set him straight?
I don't think he'll be bothering you anymore.
Really? What did you say to him?
Joanna, I don't like to repeat it. We use some pretty colorful language.
In 5, 4, 3. And now it's Vermont Today, starring Dick Loudon.
Our topic today, bookbinding. Gluing or stitching? The controversy continues.
Hi, I'm Larry. This is my brother Daryl. And appearing in public once again is my other brother Daryl. We've come to inquire if you've seen a manservant.
Why, are you missing one?
It seems Charles has run off. I should have seen it coming. He had this weird look in his eyes when he was flossing Daryl. Maybe it's for the best. He's picking up all sorts of annoying habits from that Charles. Come on, Daryl.
Help me, please. You must help me. You can come out now.
Thank you so much for concealing me, George. Master Darrow was getting to be too much for one manservant to endure.
I know you'd do the same for me if I ever ran away from Dick and Joanna.
I don't think the Loudons would ever chase you through the forest naked while hurling squirrel pellets at your bum.
No, but I'm supposed to watch Vermont Today, and that's just as painful. Morning, Dick. Joanna?
Oh, hi, George. Where have you been?
Why, did you drive past the Johnson place and see someone resembling me fixing the roof?
No.
Good. Because it wasn't me. I'd never take an outside job on your time.
Good, because I'd probably have to chop your hands off if you did.
You would?
We've done it before.
In that case, I'm sure it wasn't me.
Hi, I'm Larry. This is my brother Daryl, and this is my other brother Daryl.
Hi, fellas.
Look, Daryl, roofing tar. I told you that was George behind the rubber nose and glasses.
What's going on, fellas?
Well, we're trying to lift Daryl's spirits. We used to take him to the petting zoo, but we've been banned since Daryl got caught shaving his name on a llama.
Wasn't that during their 2-week llama rama?
Why is Daryl so depressed?
Well, whereas Daryl and I enjoy the simple pleasures of life, like folk dancing and parrot tug, Daryl here'd rather slop his mind with something less strenuous. In short, a heart-popping, down-and-dirty game of chess.
You know, Dick was on his high school chess team.
Well, Captain.
Listen, Daryl, I think I hear the sound of the gauntlet being heaved in your direction.
Guys, I haven't played chess since we snared the state championship, so it might be a little rusty.
Oh, go on, honey. It'll be fun. And if he happens to slaughter you, so what? It's not like he's going to tell anyone.
Okay, Daryl, you're on. I should warn you, I was awarded the Bronze Rook 3 years running. Choose for first move?
On the street, it's whoever lets a match burn closest to his fingers without screaming.
Why don't I just go first?
Wow, Dick, you are good.
George, that is the most common opening move in chess.
And you can spout off statistics, too.
Come on, Daryl.
Aren't you going to stay and watch the game?
And leave those ferrets untugged? Priorities, George.
Oh, hello. Welcome to the Stratford.
Is that little Georgie all grown up?
Well, we haven't called him Little Georgie since his 50th birthday.
It is Georgie. Oh, I'm so happy to see you.
Oh, me too. Who are you?
You don't remember your Aunt Bess?
Bess, it's really you? Oh, boy, no offense, but 45 years ago, you looked much younger.
So did you, Georgie. Last time I saw you, you were 13. Your body still makes that cracking noise when I hug you.
Hey, so does yours. Say, I'd like you to meet my friends. That's Dick, that's Daryl, and that's Joanna.
Hi, nice to meet you.
George, I thought you didn't have any relatives.
Well, she's not really my aunt. She's a close friend of the family. I'll never forget those Saturdays in Rutland. Aunt Bess had an old house on the lake. That was during WW2. That's short for World War II.
Well, thanks for putting it in terms I could understand, George.
That was such a long time ago, before I moved down to Tampa. I'm up here for a funeral.
Don't they have any in Tampa?
Georgie, I haven't changed a bit. Old Herb Sweeney finally passed away. He was 103.
Well, I guess old age catches up with all of us sooner or later.
Oh, it wasn't that. He died on the job at the market. He was lifting a sack of potatoes above his head, showing off shamelessly to some giggling co-eds. When the sack ripped open, poor fool never knew what hit him.
Another freak potato accident.
George, maybe your Aunt Bess would like to stay with us while she's here.
Could she? Could you?
Well, I wouldn't want to impose.
Oh, we'd love to have you. George, go get her luggage and I'll show her to room 3.
Well, if you're sure.
This'll be just like old times, except we're not in Rutland. And we're both 45 years older. And there's no old house on the lake. And we're not still fighting the Nazis.
But except for that, the illusion's complete, George. Got you on the ropes, huh?
How long has he been here?
10.5 hours. Didn't you notice him when you were doing your cleaning?
Dick, this is a big room.
can't expect me to notice every little odd and end. What's he doing?
He's playing chess with me.
Oh. What does the winner get?
The satisfaction of outwitting his opponent.
No, I mean, what do you win? Cash, prizes, fabulous trips?
You don't win anything.
Oh, this chess thing will be popular for a long time.
Lovely dinner, Joanna.
If you think her fettuccine is good, she makes this great dish with macaroni and cheese. What's that called again, Joanna?
Macaroni and cheese, George.
You know what would taste good right now? One of your homemade cherry tarts.
You remember the time you snuck a whole batch out of my kitchen?
How'd you know that was me?
Oh, Georgie, takes more than a rubber nose and glasses to fool your Aunt Belle.
Old habits die hard.
It's too bad life can't be as pleasant as it was during World War II.
It's almost a shame it had to end.
Yeah, I remember Mom worked in a munitions plant. Dad used to call her Swing Shift Sally.
I thought your mother's name was Maureen.
It was, but there was already a Swing Shift Maureen.
Did your dad fight in the war?
No, he tried to enlist, but they wouldn't take him because of that bum chin of his.
Well, that's what kept me out of Korea.
Those days, you couldn't tear Georgie away from the radio. As I recall, your favorite was the Goldbergs.
That's because I had a crush on Gertrude Berg. Until my dad showed me a picture of her.
Georgie, is that a hole in your sock?
Yeah.
Didn't I just darn that for you 45 years ago?
Well, it ripped again when disco got big.
We're gonna march right up to your room and darn it again. Then we're going through your whole sock drawer.
Oh, boy.
I'm not gonna have you walking around like some ragamuffin.
Gee, when was the last time you heard the word ragamuffin?
Just about the last time I heard the word disco.
Georgie, all your socks are worn out in the same place.
I know, that's where I keep my lucky penny.
Doesn't it hurt to walk around on a penny all day?
After years of walking around on my lucky chunk of shrapnel, this is a breeze. Oh, look, here's Dad's old chin strap. And there's still plenty of life left in it.
Oh, the laughter and cruel jokes he had to endure when he wore this. But I couldn't help myself.
Yeah. Here's a picture of me by the old Studebaker. Remember the night Dad let me camp out in the back seat in front of your house?
You always were quite the little soldier.
Gee, I can't find one picture with you in it. I remember that Dad took a whole bunch.
I have them all down in Tampa. After the war, he thought I should keep them.
Why? You'd think he'd want to remember all the good times we had.
Well, there are some good times that are best left unremembered.
What are you talking about?
I really thought you would have figured this out years ago. Georgie, I was your father's mistress.
Didn't Darryl want any breakfast? He wouldn't touch it. He's just sitting there staring at that stupid chessboard. Are we sure he's alive?
We think so, but to be positive, you could put a mirror under his nose.
Ew. Forget it. What if he breathed on it or something? Do chess games normally take this long?
He still hasn't made his first move. Maybe I should go in and concede right now.
Honey! No, you can't quit. I mean, you were the captain of your high school chess team.
I wasn't. I wasn't the official captain.
No?
I was a recording secretary. I counted all the pieces after the game to make sure no one had swiped any.
That's it?
Well, they don't count themselves, you know.
Morning, all. Hope I'm not crowding loudly.
Hi, Michael. How have you been?
Say hello to the town's newest bag person.
You've been kicked out of your condo?
No, I'm working the checkout line at Menke's Grocery. There was an opening after the last guy bought it, trying to hoist a sack of spuds. Could you part with a tart? Yummy-licious.
Hi, George. Where's Aunt Bess?
You mean Aunt Hotsy Totsy?
Is that the same aunt we met yesterday?
George, how could you say such a thing?
I see she pulled the wool over your eyes, too, with that innocent elderly act.
George, I don't mind saying I'm utterly confused. Give us the 411.
Sorry, Michael. This story is not for the ears of a decent woman.
Maybe I'll go see if Daryl's breathing.
You want to tell us about it, George?
Hold on to your hats. Last night I found out Aunt Bess was my father's whoopee girl.
Whoopee girl?
No wonder she's so good at making tarts.
And all this time, you never knew she was your Padres compadre?
It's so obvious, and I never, ever picked up on it.
Gee, Dad, how come Mom isn't coming on her sleepover to Aunt Bess's?
What did I just tell you?
Oh, right. No girls allowed. But isn't Aunt Bess a girl?
She's a woman, Georgie. All woman.
Well, I got my canteen. Where's yours?
Right here.
Why are you packing those stockings?
Oh, these are special prescription stockings for Aunt Bess. Doctor's orders.
Ooh, they're soft.
They're silk.
Well, I hope they work better than the prescription nightie you bought her last week.
We can only hope. Say, how'd my little major like to camp out in the car tonight? You could be on enemy watch.
Oh, boy. And I can wear these. That way, if old Hirohito comes looking for Georgie Utley, he won't recognize me.
Take 'em off, son. Hirohito might be the enemy, but he's not stupid. Here, soldier, why don't you add these to your K-rations?
Hot dog, a Hershey bar? You're okay, Dad.
Eat it one letter at a time, son. It's got to last you all night. How do I smell?
Hubba, hubba, woo, 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 Dad.
Come on, son. Let's hit the beach.
Hey, Dad, I'll bet you a nickel I'll have more fun than you.
Don't be too quick to throw your money away.
Hubba, woo, woo, woo.
He smelled like a real cad, Dick.
Well, you're lucky. At least your old man didn't bring his girlfriends home and parade them around in front of his wife and children.
Gee, Michael, your father did that?
No, but wouldn't it be horrible?
And you can't change the past. You're just gonna have to come to terms with it.
Did your father ever do this?
To my mother? Are you nuts?
Good morning, George. Morning, Dick.
Hi, Aunt Bess. This is our friend Michael Harris.
Hi, Aunt
Nice
Bess.
to meet you, Michael.
You can save your clever come-on lines. He's not the kind of guy you'd fall for. He's a bachelor.
Georgie? Georgie? Is that you?
How did you know I was down here?
Your dad once told me this is where you go to think and measure yourself.
What an odd thing to say during the throes of passion.
I just wanted to let you know I'm all packed up and ready to go.
Good.
George, this has been an emotional couple of days, what with you finding out about your father and me and seeing old Herb Sweeney laid out in his bag boy uniform.
Why did you have to tell me about you and Dad?
I'm sorry. I really thought you knew.
I still can't believe it. You and Dad carrying on.
I know, and I had to bear the shame of it all these years. If there's one thing in my life I regret, it's those 7 sordid minutes with your dad.
7 minutes, that's it? It didn't go on for years?
Heavens, no. But it was enough to brand me a mistress for life. To this day, I still don't know what possessed him to stay over that Saturday night.
Oh, my God. I've been remembering it all wrong.
Oh, please, Dad. Can't we stay over at Aunt Bess's just this once?
I don't think that's such a good idea, son. I should be here to fix breakfast for your mom when she gets home from work.
Oh, but Dad, if we slept over, we could get up bright and early, just when the fish are biting. Mom would like it if we brought home some trout.
Well, your mom does love her trout and eggs. Okay, maybe just this once.
Hot dog.
I'll ask Aunt Bess if it's all right for you to sleep in the house with her. I suppose I can sleep in the car.
Oh, jeepers, Dad, not fair. How come you get to have all the fun? Can't I sleep in the car and you sleep with Aunt Bess?
Oh, no, I don't think that's such a good idea.
But don't worry, Dad. I'll be safe. I'll lock all the doors. And in case Hirohito comes looking for Georgie Utley, I'll put these on so he won't recognize me.
Take him off, son. Hirohito may be the enemy, but he's not stupid. It was all my fault. I practically threw him in your bed.
Don't go punishing yourself, George. I've been doing it 45 years, and it's not worth it. Maybe it's time we put all this behind us.
Yeah, we all make mistakes. Yesterday, I did an outside roofing job for the Johnsons on the sly. I pulled the wool right over Dick's eyes.
I'm sure you did. Come on upstairs and have some cherry tarts with me.
Hot dog, cherry tarts. You're okay, Aunt Bess.
You're okay too, George.
Seven minutes.
And that included drinks.
Don't go away. Newhart will be right back.
What
What are you doing up so early?
Why haven't you told me about this fascinating game?
Well, I assumed you wouldn't be interested, because you have to use, your brain.
Dick, how little you know me. I love to think.
Really?
I read somewhere it stimulates the hair follicles. I mean, you don't get this without putting in a little hard work.
Well, you'll go bald watching this game. He hasn't moved a muscle in 2.5 days. Darryl, make your damn move. Yes, it's your move. You've been sitting here for 2.5 days thinking it was my move? You see the pawn? That was my move.